Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Chike is out, but Adam is holding it down. Movie reviews, what's going on?
Not much, Steven, just doing hot topics, doing other things.
Yeah, we're working you today, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I'm really earning that paycheck.
Right, right. How's DC?
DC's good. Warmer, but kind of cold still, but today's good. I think we're finally out of the woods, but we had some rain yesterday, and um, yeah, it's just like it feels like people are out and about. I was
Yeah.
actually hanging out with some friends Saturday night. I got home around midnight. My neighborhood was packed and people all
Really?
over the place. Yeah, it's a busy neighborhood anyway. And they have like the jumbo slice place like on the corner where you go after you go to the clubs. And
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
walking by there and people lined up. I'm like, what is going on? And then I realized it's like midnight, and yeah, it's like
Well, you
what
know
what is
they're
it?
they're concerned that this summer we're gonna see a wave of COVID go up because they said after 6 months that's when people's immunity kind of goes down, even vaccinated. But they said we should start preparing for it now because it happened in 2020, it happened in 2021, and they're sure it's gonna happen in 2022.
Yeah, I remember we there was those that brief happy days period before Delta came around and like kind of shut
Yeah.
everything down again. So yeah, I'm well, I had it, so I'm fine for a few months, but I think once that extra booster comes around, we're gonna get that, so we don't have to deal with all this mess again.
Yeah, and that's why I got it because I remember I had gone to St. Thomas for my birthday and just being out, missing being out around people, I was like, but
Yeah,
anyway,
it's awesome.
hopefully that won't happen. Hopefully that won't
Exactly.
happen. All right, well, what did you see?
So I saw The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. This is a movie I didn't really know anything about until probably a day or two before I watched it. And for anyone unaware, this is the latest Nicolas Cage movie where he stars himself.
Mm,
So it stars Nick Cage, Pedro Pascal, and Tiffany Haddish. And the plot is simple that Nicolas Cage is having trouble finding work in projects as an actor. He gets offered to spend a weekend at this rich person's house in Spain for $1 million. So he decides to take the job and just do it, even though he thinks it's beneath him. And he has a good time with this person. And at that point, that's when the CIA reach out to him and tell him that this person's actually a powerful crime lord. And
oh,
they need his help to take him down to get some information and find this kidnapped girl that they took to help sway an election. And so now he's kind of going on this mission to find out what's going on, but he also really likes the person. The person's played by Pedro Pascal, and he's like he's torn because the guy wants to make a movie, and this is exactly what Nick wants to do. So they it kind of goes along in that route of what happens when you're a celebrity that's got to do this. And so I like Nick Cage just fine. I've never fallen into that whole like cultural zeitgeist or the memeness of him in the past 10 years. You see all the stuff, how crazy and all this weird stuff. I never followed it, never bothered to follow it. Uh,
right.
that being said, though, this movie was great. I thought it was hilarious. It has some good moments. There's really good back and forth between the characters. It doesn't take itself seriously. It's under
Mhm.
2 hours. Um, so it hits all the high marks. So I was pleasantly surprised. If you're looking for a fun, easy action comedy, this is definitely one to check out. You'll have a good time. You won't have to worry about, this is not a deep movie. This is not an overthinking movie. This is just a
Yeah.
movie to sit back and enjoy the ride. So highly recommend.
Nice, nice. Anything else?
Not yet. So, as we were just saying, the weather's good. So we've been spending a lot more time
Yeah.
outside. So I haven't had a chance to, but I have items on my list. Russian Doll season 2 is out. Really want to watch that. My wife watched, and I don't know, did you ever watch that American Impeachment or the American Crime Story, the impeachment series?
Yes.
My wife finished that recently. She said it was
Really good.
great.
Really.
Yeah, so she highly recommends it. So I'll
And
recommend it.
Monica Lewinsky was part of that. Was part of that. She didn't have control over what was told, but she was part of the development of that.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Yeah. I heard it was just like, it's so good how realistic they got
Mhm.
everything and recreated everything. So,
Yes.
and of course, great acting. So I do want to check that out. Um, And yeah, those are kind of what's on my list right now. Once I get a chance to, settle down and not go out all the time.
Right, party animal. But yeah, well, I had time to watch stuff because I couldn't walk, but now I can, thank God. But First Ladies, I'm still watching. I didn't watch yesterday's episode yet, but I'll watch that this week. Winning Time, that's such a great show. Like, this is great. I love it. The girl from Plainsville, I believe I have one more episode left coming up on that one because it comes each week. So I think this is Grace and Frankie. This is the final season for them. Jane Fonda and Willie Tomlin. This show is just so well written. It's so funny. So I'll give a little spoiler. So Frankie, she one of their friends goes missing, and so she decides to go see a what's it called, crystal ball.
Like a fortune teller or whatever.
Yeah, to find out where the friend is. And so she finds out where the friend is, and so stuff happens, and the fortune teller am telling her that she's gonna die in 3 months, and Grace is like, oh, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. And she actually gives Grace anxiety because she's trying to figure out how she's gonna die. She assumes that. She said, well, it's not like you have any health issues or anything like that. She went to the doctor, got a full bill of health. And so she said, well, that just means one thing. Someone's going to murder me. So she puts together this board of who the suspects could be.
That's Grace awesome.
Grace said, well, I'm on there.
Oh, man.
It's just hilarious. I mean,
yeah. It's got to be one of Netflix's best shows. Like
it is.
I mean, one of streaming's best shows. It's just so well made.
In their 80s.
I know, right? They've still got it though.
Yes. When she had that board, pointed who's gonna murder her. So then she convinced herself it's some guy that she dated, who I guess she did him wrong, and he's the only one that she can think of that hates her. So she reaches out to him to invite him over to get the rest of his stuff, which really is nothing, but it's her case to her glasses. He said, that's yours. She said, listen, I don't want you to hate me. He said, I don't hate you. I just don't like you. And so, well, why don't you like me? You're supposed to make up. It's just hilarious. I'm sorry, I can't explain, but it's hilarious.
Yeah.
But so he ends up leaving, still not liking her, but he said he doesn't hate her. And so she's just trying to figure it out. But there is a sad turn.
Well, don't spoil it.
Which one? Grace is the guy who plays her husband, Martin
Sheen.
He starts having dementia related issues, and you can just see how they start noticing it, and just seeing how as you get older, certain things happen. But it ends on a good note. And apparently they have, although this show is done, they have 2 movies coming out that they're starring in.
Oh,
together. Wow. What else? Oh, Woke season 2. So I saw Woke. I think that was during the pandemic when season 1 came out on Hulu, and I watched it literally while I was at the gym. I had it up, and so I saw the main character promoting the new season. So I watched that Thursday. Most of it Thursday. I have one more episode left. Really good. Really good. Really good. So we have good stuff out there, but like you said, the streets about to call. It's summertime. I mean, it's spring, summer. It's time to.
Yeah. I mean, Netflix losing users. I mean, that's people just want to be outside. We talked about it a little bit last week, but yeah, this is just it's time. We got the 2 years of watching nonstop shows. Let's take a break.
Well, I don't talk much about reality TV, but I do watch a lot of it because we have a lot of guests on there sometimes. But Real Housewives of Atlanta's back. I've been watching, which is
Love Is Blind or Married at First Sight. Oh,
no, it's Bad Boys Club. They had the Bad Girls Club for years with the girls that get in the house and all they do is fight. Well, this is the first year they're doing it with guys. I didn't watch the Bad Girls Club when it came out, but I remember it. And so one of the girls who was big on that show, she's actually kind of hosting the guys in this home in LA. But it's all it is drama, fighting. I'm thinking I couldn't be in that house. I couldn't do it.
Oh
I
no,
mean, like what? Because it's almost to the point you feel like this whole thing is just staged.
it is.
Like,
Like, yeah, yeah. The only content is the dramatic content,
that's
and
all it
so
is.
you got to have it, and you got to force it sometimes.
But a lot of times, like they'll run up on each other, fight, and they never even connect. You know what I mean? Like,
It almost seems like a parody.
yeah, yeah. Anyway, so that's on there. Candy, she's on Housewives of Atlanta. She actually has a spinoff show called Candy and the Gang, which pretty much highlights her employees at her restaurant. Because she has multiple restaurants here in Atlanta, and her family. That show, I didn't think I was gonna like it. It's actually, so I'm like, okay, I actually like these people. They seem like everyday people. You just, her aunts are her mom and her mom's two sisters. They're in their 80s and 70s. People love them because her aunt Bertha says exactly what's on her mind. Exactly what's on her mind. But it's a good show. So Candy, she says she has, because she's about to be back on The Shy. So she's gonna have 3 shows out on TV between Housewives of Atlanta, Candy and Gang, and The Shy. So congratulations to her doing her thing.
That's also, yeah. So I assume I don't watch any of the Housewives, but Atlanta has to be one of the best ones, right? Or the highly rated, one of the highest rated ones.
Especially because you live here too. If you lived here, like you did, and so you see places. But I think for me, the reason why I started watching the show back in the day was because one of my old coworkers, she was Candy's business partner. I don't know if they still do business, but they were, and so. I won't tell her story, but she ended up going to work back with Candy. And so Candy, when she started her boutique out here, she was always at the store and she would invite us to events. So you would see them filming and taping. And you saw how staged a lot of it is. But you would see them filming and things like that. And so that's why, when you meet the people, like, oh, I want to see what they're doing on the show. That's why I started watching it. And then we've had, I don't know if we had anyone from that show. No, but anyway.
Yeah, well, the show's been on since 2008, so that's a long time to be on a show, right?
Well, they mixed it up. They have they have I can't think of her name, but she is Olympian. She's on there this season. But the only thing I don't see, I wonder how I'd be on reality TV when you watch things back, because there's a couple on there, Drew and her husband. I can't think of his name. Now, Drew is an actress, so she's been in stuff, But if cheating on me was cheating on me, I'm like, it's like there. Like it's there in your face. I mean, he can make all the excuses he wants. It's there in your face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, and she's like, I mean, he's putting forth the work in therapy. He's still cheating. But
yeah, that's got to be like her PR rep said, here's what you need to say to keep the show or keep the clicks, or there's got to be something behind the scenes, because that's just not too realistic. That's not realistic at all, right?
He hired a assistant, this woman, and she saw, and his wife Drew, she saw in his phone where the assistant offered to come give him a massage because his back was hurting. And then, so allegedly he fires her. First of all, he still can't describe when he left. He left for like a weekend and didn't tell her where she was going, and finally told her he went to Florida to clear his mind. And she still doesn't know about that. And she brought that up, on yesterday's show. But anyway, so let go of the assistant, but yet she still sees texts and calls, and it's like,
yeah, no, that makes sense.
No, it don't. Anyway, anything coming down the pipeline? Anything else?
Yeah, so the big one, of course, and Chike is well aware, the Doctor Strange Multiverse movie, latest Marvel movie, that comes out this weekend. It's kind of I think it's the unofficial kickoff for the summer movie blockbuster series. So that's the big one. I think it's going to be kind of the one to talk about. Hopefully it's good. I don't know if I'll get a chance to watch it immediately, but that's the main thing for me. Besides that, there's a couple other things. I don't know if you're a Bob's Burgers fan or if you like the animated shows, but they made a movie for that, so that comes out later this month as well. And then a few other things.
I watched The Batman a couple weeks ago.
How'd you like it?
First of all, it was too long. Like, I thought this was the main scene, where the movie's about to end. No, we still got 30 more minutes ago.
And there's theories out there that like they finished, like they caught the Riddler, and then like,
Remember the action scene went on the cars.
oh
on the
yeah, yeah.
highway.
You thought that was the end?
Close.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, you were in for a shock because there was still like another hour left, I think.
Yeah, and I came back the next day and watched the rest of it.
Yeah, I'll say this. I liked it. It was basically like I said, True Detective or like a detective movie with Batman in it.
Mm.
But it is long. But if you think of it, if you were to watch like 3-hour-long episodes of a series, or like 6 episodes of a series, which people do anyway, then you just have to think of it like that. You know, you pace yourself, and you can, and you'll still enjoy it.
I fell asleep, woke up, they're still fighting. I said,
You're like, is this the same movie? And it was.
It was. Well, listen, thank you as always. Let us know what to spend our time, money on, what not. Have a great week. We'll talk again next Monday.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Right back after this.